Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello and welcome
Tally ho, chap.
to the Voices from Behind podcast. Oh, jeez, I would have been stuck like that for carrying on. Hello and welcome to the Voices from Behind podcast, the podcast where every week we talk about a thing, and half the time we don't even know what we're talking about. I'm the host. I'm the Evo. With me is my co-host who has the same name as me. Hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
Hello. It's episode 38. Going
Yes.
going kind of strong. Welcome, and uh, basically, this is the show where every week we talk about a film, and then we swap, and the film gets another person gives another film to the other person, and we talk about other things.
I want to mention
Yes,
we're mid found footage
yes,
month.
it is October, also known as Found Footage Month, because Evo hates my guts. And he wanted to chuck a found footage film in my direction. Even though
Just,
the one that we're going to talk about this week isn't that much found footage, regardless, it's there.
I
Anyway,
mean, it's a really good movie.
I'm not saying
Eh?
it isn't. I'm not saying it isn't. So the format is the same as always. We're going to talk what we did over the week. Then we're gonna like casually go over the news because there's a bit of news this week. It's not a lot. Apologies for the day, for the delay, but I've been like out of town for the last 2 days, and I've been like stuck. I've been just tired. I messaged him yesterday just so we can record today because I could barely move when I got home. But apart from that, let's go over what we did over the week. Then we do the news, and then we're gonna talk about Behind the Mask, the live of Leslie Vernon, which was a film.
And a half.
It's a film and a half. Oh, I laughed quite a few times. But, sir, good sir, how are you? Tell me about your week. Tell me
Oh,
how things have been.
well, I'm still trying to get my shit sorted from the previous place of residence. Get this. So on
It's
Monday, I
been
called.
like 3 weeks.
No, listen. We also called the people because they the switch people. So the previous guy gave me the phone number of the new guys. I called them. Barely fucking. It's so weird. They're supposed to know what the fuck's going on, but somehow they didn't. Whatever. It's okay. So they give me the phone number of the building manager. I call him. It's like, hello. My name is yada yada yada. I do this, that. I need this. He's like, okay, sure. I can't do on Monday, which is bad for me, but I can do on Friday. I was like, okay then. It's like I guess it's kind of doable, but not really. I mean, I'll just move some of the stuff. I'll call on Thursday to confirm. It's like, yeah, I won't pick up on Thursday. I'm at the funeral and a fucking lump in my throat. I was like, fuck.
Oh no.
It was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I gave my condolences. It's like shit. So today I was supposed to move my stuff. 10 a.m. in the morning, I received the SMS from the guys like, "Listen, I won't be able to come to the place today. He said, can we do this on Monday?" I was like, "Yep, no, that sounds fine. That sounds fucking fine."
Oh right. So
Other than
did you
other
kind of
than
get it
that,
sorted, or did you not really get it sorted?
kind of next week. I fucking hope that next week everything goes fine and I'm just done with this shit. Just utterly done. And it's like, and I'm get all my stuff back for reasons that is pretty simple. Some of my winter clothes are there, and winter is coming. It's not particularly fun.
And so am I.
Yes. Uh, Other than that, I saw the Gemini Man this week.
Oh, oh Lord.
Oh no no
Why
no no
why
no
why would why
oh no
why would
no.
you do that to yourself?
I mean, honestly, it's like a fucking slow week when it comes to movies. There's nothing interesting to watch.
That's true.
It's, so I went to watch it. Here's the thing: the CGI was one of the most horrific I've seen in recent memory.
But the character made Will Smith the young man.
Listen, I'll get to the good parts of the movie. I'll get to the bad parts of the movie, and it goes like this. See, the story is dumb because at no fucking point there was ever a really unnecessary clone of Will Smith in there. No matter how much they fucking try to explain, it's pointless. It's pointless. I mean, Will Smith, Will Smith. How the fucking fights were CGI fuckfests, which is horrendous. But at the end, they had this long shooting the session with Will Smith and what was her name or whatever. And that was looked fucking better than the whole movie beforehand because it's you need
Almost
to
feels
see
like it was shot by a different person.
no it because you need to see the fucking CGI. It is so fucking bad. It's so fucking horrific. Holy shit! I mean, it's fucking ragdoll physics at best.
Oh no. in a
Horrendous
in a
ragdoll
triple
physics.
A Hollywood blockbuster.
Well, it's not a Hollywood. It's not a blockbuster. The fucking timing's wrong for these because these usually come out in the summer.
Regardless, it's Will Smith fighting Will Smith in a fucking explosion fest. Of course, it's a blockbuster.
But here's the thing: is like I genuinely liked Will Smith in it. He was fine. He did his best to salvage the movie. But the person, because but the CGI younger Will Smith was just bad. And Vesco
I mean,
said
that
it's like
that was still technically old Will Smith.
yes and no. Listen, you can tell them apart because the younger Will Smith is not even half his body size.
Well, yeah, that's
That
because they CGI'd him.
can't fucking CGI that badly.
Well, they did it with Chris Evans in Captain
Mm.
America. So
I mean, just I want you to go and watch to see what the fucking words fucking failed to explain how fucking bad it was. And here's the funniest thing. It's like the first fight scene. The most of younger Will Smith is with a biker helmet on. So what the fuck was he CGI?
oh, he wasn't just a stunt person; he was CGI regardless.
Yeah, because it is. Yeah,
Oh
you actually
no.
see him. I was like, you can use a fucking stunt person and do this shit. It'd be fine as long as the body type kind of seems the same. It's not gonna be a problem. But my fucking god, they just went full fucking CGI. I was like,
Oh
no.
no.
Mm, But yeah, also I saw. Uh, just bear with me for a moment. This one because I need to read out the fucking name of the movie because it's one of those. What the fuck did I? It's a TV movie. I found
Okay.
myself. Uh, right. It was 2010, I think. Was it 2010 or was it 2000, 2001? No. Oh god. Right. So the story is it's Jekyll and Hyde
Right.
with a twist. It's Asian twist, where where Chico
Jekyll
becomes
and
Hyde.
Hyde with an Asian twist, please.
Wait. Where Chico, because that's how you're fucking supposed to pronounce it, even after all those years,
Yeah.
is fighting the bad guys and turning to Hyde with the use of Asian medicine, and he's still fucking kung fu. And I was like, I'm not even fucking joking. I did.
Uh,
This is just this is so fucking precious. It was like, oh my god, it was like, it's so bad, but it's one of those movies that it had Andrew Baldwin, who I think it's Alec Baldwin's brother. Uh,
okay, I'm looking up literally just typed in Asian Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
it's like the early 2000s.
Uh, mm, eh, movie. The Son of Dr. Jekyll? No, that's
No. It's
1951. Oh,
check on yeah, what?
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 2008. No, wait. That is something else. That is starring a bunch of people that I know.
No, it's 2000. It is 2000s. It has Adam Baldwin, not Alec.
Okay, let's try and look it up. Is it 2017 one?
No,
No, I'm
2000s.
saying there's a 2017 one.
I guess. What the fuck is this? It's a TV movie. That's enough said. It's
Yep, there we go.
4.6.
I found it. I know this one. I've seen the poster for it 1,000 times. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've seen this. Where have I seen this poster so many times? Is it on Netflix? Is that where I've seen it? Hold on, hold
It
on.
can't, it can't be on fucking
Oh,
Netflix.
I
That
wouldn't be
shit's not on
surprised if it
Netflix.
was. There's so much shit on Netflix that this
I mean,
wouldn't
yes, but
shock me
still.
in the slightest. Go with Dr. Jekyll.
Fucking Chico.
No, Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Search it. No, Mr. Hyde. Let's try that way. I've seen this poster before. Where the frick have I seen it? Where the frick, man? What the frick?
I don't know.
It looks terrible.
It's
I like how every poster that's on IMDb, if you switch between them, they kind of start changing aspect ratios, and his face becomes stretched and not stretched, and it's very confusing. But there's also Chinese boats on the bottom, but there's a white man at the top, and it's
but listen, it has Adam Baldwin in it.
writer Peter M. Lenkov.
Yeah, he's behind the MacGyver shit stuff.
Okay. Oh, he's Canadian. Okay, we're good. For a second, I thought, please don't say he's Bulgarian or something. Oh, he's also known for R.I.P.D., the Ryan Reynolds film.
Oh yeah, this movie was in good hands. Kappa.
No.
I mean, this is one of his earlier works, so that's fine. I also started binge watching again Criminal Minds. Always was slowly catching up to Titans and the other stuff that I've been watching.
I also watched Titans. Up to
Also,
episode 6, yes?
I'm on episode 5, I think.
Yeah, I watched the Superboy episode.
Guess what?
What?
You know that horror short, The Birch?
Yeah.
Oh, it's having a season.
Oh, no. Why?
I don't know. It has been released recently. Also, I hope season 8's out.
Yeah, I know, and apparently... Also, by the way, Peter Lenkov is a Canadian of Bulgarian descent.
Motherfucker.
Just so you know, I just went on the wiki, and he's in the category of Canadian people of Bulgarian descent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The more you know. I mean, to be fair, I actually liked a bit of MacGyver. Here, he was just an assistant for the most part. Just fine, I guess. That movie, I mean, it's kind of funny, but at the same time, and it also finished on a cliffhanger. And sadly, there is no continuation because I was actually fucking interested how this would continue.
So what were you saying? Sorry, what were you saying just before that? Because I was gonna add to it, but I kind of forgot what you said. Before it said about the Bulgarian descent thing.
About other TV series I've been watching. I've been seeing that they've been coming out, to be honest. It's, I don't know, I'm still waiting to see if Creepshow. Oh, yeah, 4 episodes of Creepshow are out, finally. I got something to watch.
I need to sit down and watch that, to be fair.
Yeah.
All I've done is watch Titans this week, and I've been out of town, so.
Titans fine. Like I said, they actually went, this time it's much better.
Oh, yeah. The whole Superboy episode is actually really good.
And it's, people are actually having fucking issues, and their decisions do not always coincide with a fucking happy ending.
Yep.
Actions have consequences.
And pretty much did you watch episode 5 fully?
Yeah.
Did you like the cliffhanger of it?
Can't remember though.
Jason falling from the roof, and then the
episode
just
one.
cuts.
Yeah.
That it gets pretty much. I thought to myself, is this gonna get resolved that way? And then it does get resolved that way, but then the episode just after that also ends on a cliffhanger. Just after that cliffhanger, so they're kind of like, no, but I'm saying it's tasteful. It's not like, ooh, you actually kind of want to see what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that the Titans are doing right now. Yeah. Fucking Dr. Light gets shot in the head.
Dr. Light goes from kind of evil dude to just jobber. It's great.
And he's just dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad though. Dr. Light had a really, really amazing entrance to the series. I wish I saw more of them, but sad.
And the rest of the time he was just a big goof, which was kind of, I mean,
interesting.
I'm guessing they had to make him a big goof because like Deathstroke is so serious all the time, so they needed You know, they needed somebody to be the crazy man.
It's fair enough. Other than that, I mean, uh, I, I've been checking out some the trailers for new and upcoming stuff, which will cover later on.
Yes.
Some interesting ones. What did you do your whole week?
I basically spent a whole day of work on Monday. Did
Good.
absolutely nothing all day on Tuesday. I pretty much just lounged around and I finally bought a power bank that I didn't end up using. Well, who would have known that an iPhone 11 10s would have great battery life? um,
Literally everyone that ever had uses phones.
yeah, but yeah. So on Tuesday, I went to the Isle of Arran or Aran. I'm not even sure how you pronounce it. It's a little. It's an island just off the coast of Scotland, off the west coast,
Okay, nice.
and it was great. The weather was perfect the whole time as well. So just went and saw the castles, had some food, walked around the park, saw I touched a kitten.
Oh,
There was a little kitten just outside, so Desi and I kind of attacked it to try and like steal it, but we didn't steal it. And the fact that it's an island, but it's also bordering the seaside, so it's some really good views on it. Also,
nice.
inside the castle, which was apparently the whole island was supposed to be a hunting ground, you can tell because the moment you walk in, there's a massive deer head just above the door, and you think, okay, that's cool, that's a deer head. Then you go into like the staircase bit of the castle, and
Yes.
we're talking. It's about that whole room, like the staircase leading up. That's about 15, 20 meters tall, high, whatever. That entire, all those walls, deer heads. You literally walk into that room and you go, if an earthquake happens in this room, I am fucking dead. Because there are deer heads just like, hold on, I'll try and get the picture. Because it's like you don't expect it to see that many deer heads, but then the girl that was there, like one of the guides, she was like, "Yeah, they hunted so much they fucked up the deer population, so they had to import deer into the."
Oh,
Oh Lord, what's going on outside? Yeah, they had to import fucking deer into the onto the island in order to like renew the population. So where is the photo? Oh, there it is. So let me just save this image and I'll put it up on the screen as well. Because this is genuinely ridiculous. I'll show it to you. I had to take a panorama so I can capture just the one wall. But I'm not sure how well you can see on the stream.
oh, so many deer.
Look at all those deer. And the girl.
Ah, that's chicken.
And look at all those chickens. But yeah, the girl said that most of the ones that are on this wall are all the imports. Like most of the original population was on the other side of the other wall. Bearing in mind where these stairs are, there's more deer on the side as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a lot of deer.
That's a lot of chicken.
That's a lot of chickens. But yeah, it was a really good time. You know when you kind of want to get out of town and you trying to find an excuse, but so you eventually do get out of town. It was good. Oh Lord, I just realized that Google also saves the videos from this. No, I want to save this image. Put it up here, and I'll show you something else that remove this. Sorry for the noises. Doing like editing on the fly. This is quality stuff. Hey, oop, nope, wrong one. Nope, I've clicked the wrong one again. That's what I want. There we go. Transition. Send this into the Discord. That was like the highlight. There you go.
Aww.
Look at it. And it was like tiny as well. It was still young, but you can tell it was like super cared for because it was very soft.
Good kitty. Best kitty.
It was good kid. It was good, very good kid. And then yesterday, I went to Edinburgh.
Aye.
I
I was in Edinburgh.
full of fucking tourists.
Obviously.
Which, like, don't get me wrong, I like Edinburgh just for the sake of architecture and the way it's laid out. But there's so many fucking tourists. I swear to God, I felt like I was in Spain at one point because
Eh.
I'm just trying to be places and there's just fucking Spanish being uttered from every direction. Tried some burritos at this place. It was really nice.
Nice.
When we went on a Harry Potter sort of tour, where
Yep.
basically a guide takes you to like significant spots where J.K. Rowling wrote stuff that inspired her. So she took us to this graveyard, and there's a person called McGonagall. That obviously she lifted the name for that, and there's like a Tom Riddle on the other side as well. And then it was like, here's where she wrote this. Oh, and here's this, and here's where she got inspired by that. And it was a humongous group. I think it was like 50 people. They were just there for the fucking Harry Potter tour. But that was a good time. We tried to get into a museum, but it was too late, so we had to go back. I also nearly bought a guitar, but I didn't. I abstained. You should be proud.
No.
Oh, I didn't spend that money. I could have, but I didn't. What else? What day is it today? Friday. But yeah, yesterday, like, don't get me wrong, I was still back home like 7 o'clock. But like, I texted you what, like around 5 or something.
Something like that.
Actually, no, it was before 5. It was like around 4 o'clock, and that was like halfway through. No, well, not even 4, like half 3, because that was like halfway through the tour, and I just felt like I was on my feet. It was sunny, not windy. It was nice and warm, and I was falling asleep on my feet. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do a podcast tonight. I'm genuinely not going to be able to even like stay awake. And when I got home, I started like falling. I was home at what, 8 o'clock or 7 or something, and I was sat on the couch. I put a video on the TV, and I started falling asleep on the couch. And it was like 10 o'clock. I was like, where am I? What day is it? What's happening?
Why am I alive?
Yeah. Also, you know how I was telling you the story ages ago? Not ages ago, but I was telling you the story while we were at Leeds that I bought an anamorphic adapter for my phone.
Yeah.
For like an anamorphic lens.
Yes.
Yeah, that's still not here.
Did you get scammed?
Don't think I have, because basically I got an email from the seller, and they're like, oh, please give us feedback, give us 5 stars, blah blah blah. I got an email a bit later that said, we're a bit worried that your delivery might be delayed, so just wait a bit more. And then I started tracking it. It should have arrived on the 20th. No, not even the 23rd. What day is it now? It's the 18th. So it should have been here on the 17th of September.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fucking mid-October now.
I know, it's been a month basically. Or is it the 23rd of September? That's my bad. So I messaged them with the most passive aggressive email you can imagine. Before I did that email message, I tracked it and I saw which courier had it, and it was at their depot for 2 weeks. And I kept trying to call them, but nobody picked up. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't Royal Mail, so I can't blame. I mean, I could blame Royal Mail for this. I could blame them for anything, to be fair, but I'm not gonna. So I messaged the courier, and I'm like, "Hi, here's my tracking number. Here's my address, because you have to give both. Where is my package? Oh, we sent it back to the seller."
But why?
And I'm scratching my head like, why? Oh, it was protocol. I'm like, what protocol? Well, you didn't come to collect it. I'm like, nobody told me I'm supposed to come collect it. No correspondence ever reached me. I literally said, you guys are literally telling me now that I didn't come in contact with you without you even like saying anything. And they're like, oh, we're really sorry. We thought we sent one out. Like, I don't care what you thought. I'm still waiting on this thing. Oh, we've sent it to the seller. You have to get in contact with the seller. So obviously then the passive aggressive email was sent out. I was like, all right, look, my package has been sent back to you, and you decided not to tell me. I expect it, to be in my possession as soon as possible. I'm not gonna pay anything extra. It should have been here, 2 weeks ago. The fuck is going on? And so they sent me an email back the day after, like, oh, really sorry. Please don't give us any negative reviews on eBay. We're gonna resend the package back out to you. So now it's been just about a week since that happened, and I'm still waiting on it. So if I'm really upset next week, that's because I've still not received my fucking thing. Don't get me wrong, I didn't pay a lot for it. But when you pay for something, you expect for that fucking thing to arrive, and it still hasn't arrived.
Maybe. No one knows. Dang.
So...
No, but still, man, it's just... What the fuck is this?
It's a fucking piss take, basically, and they gave me, they gave me the thing, they sent me today I messaged them with just, hi, any updates on my package? Thanks. That is all I said. I was like, I'm not telling you, and like, I'm not giving you the satisfaction of, just telling you that I'm waiting. I'm just gonna literally ask and be an asshole about it because I'm still waiting on that shit. So as we're talking now, I'm gonna see if I can track it. So paste the number, track the shit. Your parcel is in transit. Well, this has not been updated since last week.
Oh, if it's in the States, it's probably gonna take a week.
No, it was delivered from Birmingham. So yeah.
Wait, so the seller's even in Birmingham? That's
the
weird.
Seller, I ordered the thing on Sunday, and they said it should be with you by Tuesday because they're so close. It's a Chinese seller, I know that much. And they have, obviously, stock in the UK, but let me just have a look. I have an alert here that says, item might undergo unusual shipping condition. This may due to several reasons. Most likely, item was returned to sender, customs issue, lost, damaged, etc.
Okay.
So there you go. If I look at all these details here, so basically, 18th of the 9th, your parcel will be with us soon. 18th of the 9th, parcel collected by third party and in transit to Yodel. Parcel is at our sort center, which is, wherever that is. Then it's in transit. That's the 23rd. 24th, your parcel has arrived at your local depot, which is the Glasgow one. 8th of the 10th, your parcel has been returned to your sender. So, fuck them.
Just cancel the fucking thing, get your money back, and fuck them. Oh, and don't forget to write the bad fucking review.
Oh, I'm gonna leave a bad review. I'm saying I'm gonna give them a bit of time, and hopefully, just hopefully, I will get it because it's listed. I've paid it. It's not like it's an item that's low or something like that. It is available. It is like, being sold.
Oh.
It's still being sold. They still have like 98.5 positive feedback. So
this reminds me. I forgot to saw another movie this week.
Oh, go on.
Just gonna play. I saw In the Tall Grass, the Stephen King movie.
Oh, is that any good?
It's such a fucking mess. Holy shit.
It's a shame.
Oh yeah. Do you know what this movie reminds me of?
What?
A shittier version of the Cube.
Of what?
But a shittier version of the Cube 2, Hypercube.
Cube 2 is shit. The first Cube is great. The second one is shit.
Well, the second one was fine. Third one was when it literally just died. Of course there's a third. It's a trilogy.
I thought it died after the second because it was so far removed from the first.
No, because it actually stays true to the first in more ways than one.
By revealing everything at the start, yeah.
I mean, because you already know that shit was revealed in the Cube 1, and they figured it out. But they can't fucking guess the Hypercube stuff. No, see, the problem with the Tall Grass is this. Makes no fucking sense. None of
Shit.
it,
Really?
because it
Oh,
yeah, because it goes for the time manipulation stuff. It's like because it's basically those three parties that enter the Togras, and these are just three of the parties of everybody inside it. And these three parties are sharing the same Togras because they're entwined in between. So in the beginning of the movie, a brother and sister, and the sister's pregnant, hear the voice of a boy going in and asking for help because it's already in the grass. So they follow it. They get trapped. They die. Then it cuts out to the sister's father,
okay.
sister's baby's father, who hears uh, her voice inside it, if I remember correctly, and goes in. But they meet also the other residents, and then it goes to the other family. And this shit just goes like it's not like set one, and this like in the future continuously. This is how it goes. The family of the boy that was being hurt with a dog hears the voice of the sister's baby's father, and they go in.
Oh, uh,
Oh,
uh,
you're confused. Get this shit. So in the beginning of the movie, a lot of things happen that make no fucking sense in any fucking context of the movie because it's never fucking explained. But it's not one of those magical stuff that happens. It's just fucking weird because stuff is going on, but it's not logically coherent as part of what's being shown. And it's
so
like
they establish rules and then fuck the rules off. Is that what you're
not
saying?
no. They establish pretty simple rules. Once you enter the tall grass, you can't get out because the tall grass has a mind of its own because it's centered around the rock in the middle. The rock itself is best way I can guess it. You remember Children of the Corn?
I
Yeah.
was waiting for you to say something about Children of the Corn.
Well, yeah, it's pretty. But you remember the whole point of why the Children of the Corn happened and why they killed all the
Yeah.
because it had a mind of its own. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing here, but it's like it's really fucking difficult to exactly explain if you haven't watched it. It's just fucking nonsensical half the time. So yeah, one of the third family, which is basically a father, a mother, a kid, and the dog dies early on, and you never see, and you see it at some point again in the future, but it doesn't fucking reference why the fuck the dog is dead, but now it's alive, and how the fuck they're all dead and alive, but at the same time
Uh,
they all witness different shit, so it's different people that witness different fucking situations, so they don't know what the fuck is going on.
uh,
Yeah. And somehow they know that they're witnessing different stuff. So, but every time they meet one of the older versions of themselves that have survived in the Tok'ras for a long time, the other guys fucking act surprised, even though they fucking know. It's like what?
I'm trying to think of a film that does this better. I know there is one that does the whole
Triangle.
time travel thing
No,
better.
no, no, no. It's not even time travel. It's time
It's
bending.
it's
It's like
the time it's the time warp. I'm saying there's a film that does this better, and I'm trying to remember which one it was, where people find like
none,
their old versions.
none. I mean, technically, no, none of these movies
Was it a
work for the
time
same
loop?
fucking
Oh,
reason.
it's the one with the birds that we watched in
Wait.
one of the earlier episodes by the two brothers.
Oh yeah, you mean the endless? No, that's not it.
Well, that's kind of a time loop, time warp sort of situation, isn't it?
Not exactly. See, but the difference here is because these people function in a separate reality in themselves, but there's thousands of other people who are in the tall grass. But they don't matter. You can only hear them as whispers in the wind because they're in different separate reality with the grass itself.
Sketch.
But there's also people, fucking indigenous grass people that have like fucking grass faces for some reason, which is never
Sounds
fucking
like
explained.
Stephen King was on the cocaine again when he wrote this,
Well, that's pretty much the
because
go-to for
it's
thinking.
just throwing a load of shit at the board and expecting it to stick.
I mean, it was almost there, almost. It's like I didn't want to fucking reveal everything, even though they fucking did it make even less sense than it should have. I just wanted them to fucking die the whole fucking thing as to how the fuck it happens, because even in the hypercube too, when we were
Yeah,
talking, you can see one of the cubes when they pass through how time fucking changes and it goes faster and slower at the same time.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's like it's there. It's like they made it better, even though it's still fucking weird. But it never really came into any fucking
Now
point of
that
it.
you
But still,
said weird,
yeah.
Riverdale started back up.
Oh
I
god.
watched the first episode of season 4.
And
It wasn't terrible because it was basically just a send off to Luke Perry.
Luke Perry was.
He passed away earlier this year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
He was
remember he was
Archie's
the
dad,
father.
wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I remember.
So
Yeah.
basically, they make it in a way that his dad dies in the series as well, and they give him like a burial, and
Fair
it's
enough.
a very somber, sad episode, and we were watching it, and we both went. Well, not me, but Desi went.
Aww.
This whole episode is gonna be just them burying the dad, isn't it? And I'm kind of scratching my head, going maybe, and then it ends, and she kind of looks at me and goes, "Fucking told you." I'm like, all right, calm down.
Sorry. Cajale Tigo.
What?
Cajale Tigo.
Yeah. Also, hello, Fraser is watching. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Wanna move on to the news?
Yeah. Oh, also, I played a bit of Dark Souls 3, but not a lot. Like, a
Uh,
friend of mine messaged me, and I hadn't heard from him in like ages, so we jumped in for a bit.
you still haven't played the game.
No,
I told you.
I do have. Ooh, excuse me, I had a burpee because I'm drinking Cobra. I do have a medieval now, so we'll get around to playing it.
Good boy. Because
Feedback on
otherwise,
that next week.
good. Because get this. Oh, you need to unlock the. You need to go for the highest difficulty on this one. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless.
I'll figure it out. By the way, I'm going to see Opeth on
Fair
Halloween.
enough.
I have tickets for Opeth.
Because otherwise, I would have made you play a Wad of Doom.
Oh no.
Oh, the name of the wad is Chillax.
No thanks. Right.
Oh.
Are we getting
Yeah,
into the news then?
Let me tell you a little bit of Chillax, just
Tell
so
me
you know
about
what
chillax. Tell me about it. Am I gonna chillax in it, or am I just gonna want to pull my hair out?
Oh no. This is probably the hardest, most nonsensical fucking map pack in existence for Doom. This shit's so fucking difficult. I was itchy that I
Is
saw
it free?
fucking. Oh yeah, of course it's a wad.
Which Doom is it for?
2.
Let me Google it. I might actually get it and play a bit of it tonight before I go to bed.
Yeah, do that. Do that. Good luck passing the first map.
Chillax. The chillax wad for Boom. What? Not for
2.
Boom? No, it says Boom.
It's Doom. It's...
Cthulhu's fortress descended to the maelstrom. Impregnable fort. Paroxysm. Is this the one?
It's a mega wad.
Yeah, it is a wad.
Has,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it has 47 maps.
Holy shit. Chillax map. Okay, this is just the one map.
Yeah, it's a WAD.
Is
W-A-D.
it... No. Is it V973?
Let me just find...
Yep, I found it. Let's download the WAD. But I'll do it after the stream so I don't mess something up. Oh lord, there's like vagina symbol. Oh, that's a lot of pink keys. I like how he has a pistol in every single one. That's
yeah, because real men pistol start this shit.
Okay, that's foreboding as hell.
Trust me.
Oh no. Okay, right. Are we getting into the news then?
Yeah, let's get in with this.
Let me just do the transition. Perfect. So, news.
Yes, there's a couple of trailers that hit. First off, there's a trailer for... let me just find it. Are you familiar with Stanislav Lem?
I've heard of it.
Stanislav Lem is probably one of the best sci-fi authors. And
sorry, now that you said authors. Shit. You were talking... Because I was talking about Edinburgh yesterday.
Yeah, Edinburgh.
Fuck. Basically, I went to the Authors Museum.
Okay.
And I read a bunch about Robert Louis Stevenson. He had his own exhibition. It was actually kind of cool. You found out quite a bit about him. Nice. And it turns out that the man, for having only lived 47 years, did more traveling. He pretty much traveled from the time he was 10.
Nice.
And the only reason why he came up with Treasure Island is because he went to an island off the coast of Edinburgh. And then he went, you know what? I'm gonna write about an island, and it all came into his head, and he spent most of the time like sketching out all the like different. Basically, his ideas came from the locations he visited.
Well, that's
And
how it usually goes.
think about this though: a white man, a very white man, with his whole family goes and moves to fucking Samoa, where the mayor of the town accepts him as one of his own.
It's normal. Some more people are very welcoming and family
Yes,
friendly. The fuck's the point? I mean,
I'm saying no, mad respect because like
okay. So first of all, sent you most of the links for the trailers.
yes,
So
yes, I'm looking at them now.
Stanislav Lem is the guy that he's classic. The most well-known Western by the Western world stuff is Solaris, but it's not the best. Trust me, it's not even close to the
Solaris is still
best.
pretty good though.
The story itself he wrote. He's a writer. So now they're making his master's voice, which is a fucking interesting choice, but I'm okay with it.
Okay.
And I'll just let this read the synopsis. Peter is in his late 30s when he thinks he recognizes his father in a documentary on a mysterious accident. His father has deserted from communist Hungary in
Oh
the
no.
70s, a criminal offense under that regime, and has not been heard since. Peter travels to America and, after an eventful investigation, finds his father and his new family. The reunion brings plenty of experiences and teaches several lessons to both son and father. Also, as consequences, the world is informed that the mute universe has spoken and that we're not alone.
Huh.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Stanislav Lem's work, it's pretty good. I mean, the guy knows how to write sci-fi really well. That's why he's one of the true greats.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, check the trailer. It's not revealing much, so that's good.
No, that's good. That's what I appreciate about it. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna actually try and put that up on the screen.
Not the trailer, please, not again.
Oh no, no, no! I'm actually, if you look at the stream, I'm actually gonna do it
Okay.
this way. So now, hopefully, we won't get in shit because look at how tiny the trailer is. Look at, you can just see the website that we're on right now. You're looking at the screen. Amazing.
Still feels wrong.
We're still somehow gonna end up getting in trouble for it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, probably not of this one because I don't think that this one's particularly.
It's
Uh,
also on Vimeo, so
yeah, Vimeo is better.
I mean, if you want to make it even more awkward, I can always just go transform, flip horizontal, and we can do it that way.
Nah, just leave.
And now it's flipped, so you might not even get in trouble again. But yeah, the trailer looks kind of interesting because it doesn't reveal shit.
That's a good part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out that
Oh,
the
there's a
other.
giant man. Never mind.
I mean, like I said, not much is being revealed because the whole point is apparently a father and son story, and with aliens. Because of
Obviously.
course there's fucking, because it's sense of lamp. Of course there's fucking aliens.
If oh lord. Yeah, if Lem doesn't write about aliens, it's not a Lem story. To be fair,
I mean, he doesn't always, but still fucking good when
there's still a
he
good
does.
look. There's still a cool looking
Just
spaceship in the thing. So
the most interesting thing about fucking Stanisław Lem's writing is that his sci-fi is actually grounded in actual fucking science for
yes,
once, which is
that's
welcoming.
kind of Terry Pratchett kind of does that as well.
I'm not a big
I
fan
mean,
of Pratchett. Never
I
been.
know you're not, but I'm saying like his overall inspirations because he's a physicist and stuff come from that, and he grounds a lot of it in what is essentially kind of scientific realism.
Yeah. Yeah, the second trailer is a post-apocalyptic space thriller. But this is the fucking norm now. 3022.
3022 with a PG-13 trailer because it's green.
Okay, it's a bit weird. It has Umar Epps and Kate Walsh, and I fucking love Umar Epps.
It's also a
But
Saban film.
yeah, it's about fucking astronauts seeing how the whole world just fucking explodes and struggling with the fact that they lost people alive.
Okay,
And
that's a terrible looking explosion, but all right.
it's fine, I guess. It's not good.
It doesn't look very super high budget, but there's a bit of like cool looking imagery. I mean,
Yeah.
they keep cutting to that Earth explosion, which just looks absolutely horrific.
It's a a post-apocalyptic thriller. Let's go with that one.
Okay.
The third one is Radioflash, which is a Dominic Monaghan movie with which is a post-apocalyptic thriller again, which I barely fucking stood by and watched the goddamn trailer.
Who's
It's
Dominic
bored me.
Monaghan again?
I swear to God, at this point, the guy recently has had a lot of movies. It's like the fifth time. He was
Oh,
yeah,
she's Pippin.
yeah, he was also Charlie in Lost.
Yeah, isn't he Pippin or is he Mary?
He's Mary. He's Mary. I just okay,
What
let's go
about
now.
second breakfast? He's a good actor.
Uh, he's fine.
He's also in X Men First, not X Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, I know. He's in a lot of things, but most of them are not really great.
Apart from Lord of the Rings,
He was
uh,
also in Quantum Break because it was voiced
the video game. Yeah,
video game. Yes, I mean no, he's got
is
decent
he
post
dating it?
stuff.
Is he dating Evangeline Lilly? There's a lot of Google searches of the two of them. Yep. Oh no, 2004 to 2009. Still though, lucky fucking bastard.
He's a good person. Right.
He's a,
He's a good person.
that's
Let's
the
go on.
justification. He dated Evangeline Lilly, therefore he is a good person.
He's a good person.
Radioflash.
Yeah.
The
The,
Outsider.
yeah, the answer is a Stephen King adaptation of a story. If for HBO, it's gonna be serialized. It's next January.
And it's HBO, so it's probably gonna be good.
Yeah, it looks like a crime thriller.
Hey, it's Ben Mendelsohn's in it. That's good.
Yeah, and the last one is a Netflix movie called Rattlesnake from the person who
Rattlesnake.
made 1922, which is a Stephen King fucking
Which
story.
is actually pretty good, by the way. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine at best. I watched it. I barely fucking stood it. It's just oh, it was so fucking boring. Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually fine. It's not bad.
It's a
Um,
bit slower,
it
and a lot of it is just
no no.
meandering.
It's Stephen King trying to imitate Edgar Allan Poe's The Cat in the Wall. Yeah,
It's
The
him
Cat in the
trying to.
Wall.
It's him trying to interpret existentialism in a way, and it doesn't exactly.
It's literally a refread of the Edgar Allan Poe story.
Yeah,
Story. What was it? Cat in the Well? The Black Cat? What the fuck was
Black
its
Cat, I
name?
think.
Yeah, Black Cat. That's fine. But he basically, kills the cat, cements it in a wall, and just starts haunting him,
Yeah,
together with his wife. It's pretty much the same shit.
yeah. Anyway, in other news, let me go to the.
Yeah. Also, you know that we have an official Catwoman.
I know that's what I'm gonna get to now.
Hmm.
Let me
I
just flip the horizontal image again. Transition. So I have these tabs up here set up. So we're going. What's this? There you go. Zoe Kravitz will be Catwoman.
I'm fine with this. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
They, I mean, I hope she does well. Even though some of the names that were also featured for that movie for that role were weird that they got passed over. I mean, I get why
Zazie
Zazie
Beats.
Zazie Beats was passed over. That makes perfect fucking sense.
Yep.
The third one was really weird. Uh, she was actually a really young looking one as well. What was its name? What was her name? Fuck.
I've always said, and I'm looking her up now, just so people can see. I've always said that Jamie Alexander should be Catwoman because she
Not gonna,
looks exactly like her.
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I know we're getting. I have a feeling that we're gonna get. Um, we're basically going to get classic Batman here
Fair.
because
Wait,
we're getting a
but who
dark.
was the third one? Yeah, but who was the third one being passed over for
Let me
Zoe
have a look at
Kravitz?
the Michelle. No, that's the thing.
Oh god,
No, I'm just
no,
looking at the old.
no one passes for Michelle Pfeiffer. Come on.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright is gonna play Commissioner Gordon, by the way.
Sorry, it's not. Nah, I don't see it. We already have the perfect Commissioner Gordon, and he already played Gary Oldman,
Gary
best
Oldman,
commissioner.
to be fair, he was the best commissioner. Apart from the dude from '89, he was kind of cool. Like, all right, Batman, let's go.
Hmm.
All right, let me see. Right, the Batman. potential Catwoman.
I mean, it was in the news because
No, I know,
they.
I know. I'm just
Okay.
there were actresses that were lined up. Zoe Kravitz, yes, okay, fine, but yeah, a minute. Fuck off. Okay, accept the cookies. Uh. Nothing. I can't find who it was.
Ah,
Doesn't matter.
it
But
kinda is because technically I prefer to the other name, but well, whatever. This is just personal shit.
Zoe
Oh,
Kravitz is
give
a good choice, though.
she's fine, but it's like with the Robert Pattinson stuff got leaked, and everybody was like, and they leaked the list of the other actors that were considered to make zero fucking.
No, look. Somebody said Taron Egerton before Pattinson got picked, and I would have said yes, Egerton, but I see Egerton more as a Wolverine, not as Batman. But Zoe Kravitz could work. I mean, she will work.
Give me a
She's kind
minute.
of short though. I always felt like
I mean,
Catwoman's taller, but that's just me.
nah, it's fine.
But yeah,
Oh god.
Zoe Kravitz, actresses for Catwoman in the Batman. Doing the dumbest Google searches ever.
Hmm.
Former Catwoman Unite? No.
Check the announcement. They
No.
did when the announcement came up. They should have had that.
Yeah, okay. Zoe Kravitz to play blah blah blah. Uh-huh. There is literally nothing here. Okay, actresses considered. And now it's just listing all the actresses. For fuck's sake.
I remember the. Whatever. I'll probably have to. I'll check for it next week.
Yeah, we'll have to find them. Okay, there we go. Kravitz. Zazie Beats.
Yeah, you already said
Uh,
that.
okay, go away, variety. God. Is it Eliza? It's Asa Gonzalez.
She's. I. Nah. The last one was important.
Well, Asa Gonzalez could work. Alicia Vikander.
Yeah, Alicia Vikander. There was one. I think there was one more.
So it's in recent. Came down to Kravitz, Zazie Beats, Asa Gonzalez, Alicia Vikander. That's it.
Yeah, fair. Alicia Vikander would have been an interesting choice, though.
I feel like Asa Gonzalez kind of looks like her quite a bit. Looks like Catwoman in general. Put her in a skin tight Leotard. Give her that helm. Give her the helmet. Yeah, hell yeah.
Maybe. I guess I'll. I don't know.
Anyway, so more Batman news because obviously we can't go without Batman news. Paul Dano is going to be the Riddler. What?
I don't see it.
Why not?
I just don't see it.
Paul Dano, isn't he the one that got beat up and get the shit kicked out of him in Prisoners? Yeah, he
Can't
is.
remember.
Yeah, Prisoners is a good film. But yeah, why not? I don't see why not.
Just don't see it.
He can pull it off. He can play.
Also,
He can play a
also
creepman.
Edward Ashton is only Edward Nigma.
Yeah, but I can see that happening. You could do a joke. Also, other DC news: Dwayne Johnson,
Okay.
Mr. Rock himself,
Yes.
says Shazam spinoff will shoot in summer 2020. So
Fair
next
enough.
year is gonna start. It's gonna start. The Black Adam stuff is gonna start shooting next year because he's getting his own film.
Well, yeah, because people are actually interested in him, and The Rock has been pushing it. That means that he's probably gonna have his own production company to do it. Cut costs.
Yeah, but yeah, also because Paul Dano, the news about him, also means that in other news, Jonah Hill has dropped out of the Batman.
Good.
I don't care.
Listen, Jonah Hill, he's a good director, actually, and he has respect for the craft. But I don't see him anywhere in the fucking Bat universe.
Yeah,
I just don't see. Why did he actually drop?
I don't know. That I don't think it actually said, but whatever.
Some fucking beef between them that we don't know about.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. More. By the way, there's more Matrix 4 news.
Fuck that movie. Move on.
Yeah, what's Jessica Henwick's been cast in it,
Fuck this movie.
and
Move
so
on.
is Neil Patrick Harris.
Fuck that movie. Move on.
That's it. I think that's all the news.
I can't. I just. It's. I mean, the movie's gonna be what? The fucking brother and sister, the Wachowski siblings.
They're siblings now. Yes.
Yes, 'cause I don't even fucking know what they are at this point.
I don't
I
think
think
they do.
everybody's.
To be fair.
Yeah, I think that everybody's fucking. No one actually, and no one cares, which is the funniest thing. I'm just gonna rip off other people's work and get sued again.
Yeah. So last week you gave me yet another found footage film.
And the wolf continues. We have so much more to watch.
So, and yeah, we have another 2 weeks of this shit.
Ah, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. So yeah, needless to say, the 31st we won't be able on the Halloween itself. We're either going to record the day before or the day after because I am at a concert on the 31st.
Yes, Opeth.
Forewarning. Opeth, boy.
Meh.
So last week you gave me a little film called Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Yes. A fucking amazing movie. Fuck you very much.
I did not expect this film to be as funny as it was.
Listen, back when I told you the previous week that this movie is basically the cabin done the cabin in the woods done better. The cabin, it's a different one.
It's one of the most meta films I think I've ever watched.
If you go through the trivia, and they actually list every fucking reference left around
Yes.
and everything, it's fucking
There's
hilarious.
a lot of references. Even there's fucking Michael Myers' knife at one point.
No. See, Captain Ahab. We'll
Yeah.
get to Captain Ahab. It's literally fucking Loomis.
Yep, he is.
It's
He's my Ahab. What? You need to
What
give
the-
me a bit more information on what this Ahab is.
I'm pretty much fucking surprised that they don't know what the fucking Ahab is.
But
They
they-
run- What?
Basically, it's a movie where the slasher films villains, all the slashers, are real. It's set in a universe where Michael Myers, Voorhees, and Freddy Krueger and all the other ones are real. So Leslie Vernon, the title character, is so inspired by them that he wants to be his own, slasher and start off his own, career, so to speak.
No, because he's a legacy one. Because his father was one. His father is basically a riff on the guy from Black Christmas. Yeah, I forgot his name. He's a legacy one. That's the whole point. That's why he's in the ground when you meet the father. He's a legacy.
That's not his father. That's his mentor.
Oh, they do care for him like a fucking son. Because when he talks about fucking Ahab, His name was Doc something, Doc O'Halloran. Give me
Basically,
give me a second. Uh, and he says that the doc will met him when he was a child. Interviewed him.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
Doc Howran. Sorry, Howran.
by the way, Robert Englund in this film,
Stella.
11 out of 10.
Stella.
He is chewing that fucking scenery, and he is having the time of his fucking life in that film. I mean, so is Scott Wilson.
Yeah.
Like, both of them are just kicking so much ass. It is genuinely like they're both having so much fun. I mean, everybody is, clearly. But basically, Taylor, who's a journalist, and her two cameramen go to film Leslie as he's making preparations, to join the ranks of the slashers. And it dives into, like, when you watch a horror film and you go, why is everybody such an idiot? And why did that break? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? And it's revealed that the slasher actually, the slasher actually prepares everything beforehand.
It's like a fucking reverse Home Alone movie.
Yes.
It's
There's
fucking cool.
there's an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I can't remember what season it was from, where you see one of the characters. A fight's gonna break out soon, but then you see him go into this kitchen and he starts moving things around. He nudges things slightly forward. He does things and you're like, why is he doing that? And then when the fight starts, and they go into the kitchen and then you go, oh, I see. It was the exact same for this, where Leslie takes him around and he's like, clearly learned stuff because he's like disappears, reappears. He's got fishing line in places to like scare people and pull things out of the way. But then he goes into this room to like trick this girl in a library where, and was the librarian in on it or was she not in on it?
Do you know who? No, she wasn't. But you know who was actually the fucking librarian?
Zell
The
Rubenstein.
voice.
Zell
Yeah,
Rubenstein, sorry.
the girl from the Poltergeist, and she reads the legacy with the Poltergeist was with this. They're here.
Oh, was that her?
Oh yeah, that was her. It's like this boy has so much fucking references done the right way. Yes, yeah.
1933, Jesus.
But listen, the whole the funniest thing about that movie is like the way he explains it. He goes into details. He's like, if when she moves here, and I'm gonna put her into here, and this is gonna happen, then she'll do this, and then he's so fucking excited that it worked. He's like a fucking school child. He's like, yes, it
Yeah, but
worked.
he's also
Yes.
funny as fuck. That it helps. It helps
Yeah,
make him that much more relatable because he's funny.
I mean, he's a psychopath, and he plays the fucking role amazingly. This is
Yes.
the interesting thing. It's fucking nailed down, and the whole twist and everything. He behaves like every fucking psychopath, and they're all those movies and TV series that
Mm-hmm.
basically tell that they can smell each other. They know each other by a look of by just looking at each other. But he's kind of the same because he smells this shit from afar away. He has it inside of him, and that's what makes it even funnier. Because the way he interacts with them, how
Yeah.
fucking much interested he has in them more than they have in him. And there's a reason for that one as well.
Yeah.
The
Because
fucking
the
plot twist.
twist.
Yeah, the
The
twist. I
plot
don't
is
see that
the
one.
plot is fucking solid, by the way.
I up until the fucking twist. I mean, after the fucking the first twist. Sorry, the minor reveal. I
Well, the
didn't
minor
fucking guess
review
it.
that basically he says that it's set in this town where the Vernon family, their son was allegedly, possessed by the devil. So the local town hung his he hung his mother. So they bound him and they chucked him down a waterfall, hoping the
Yes.
waterfall will kill him. And he says that he's actually that son. He's returned back to the town to wreak havoc and become, a legendary slasher. Which is then later revealed that the original Leslie Vernon actually died, and that he is just there as a stand-in, just to live off the name.
Yeah.
But also one of the funnier things when he does the setup for the girl, he's like, "I'm gonna make it look like her great uncle, raped my mother." And then they're like, "Did she have a great uncle? And why does he look so much like her?" She doesn't have a great uncle. I photoshopped it. I'm gonna go use this as a microfiche, and when she finds it, she's gonna freak the fuck out. And guess what? She finds it and she freaks out.
Exactly.
But also, there's bits of this film where it just goes into a film. It's not no longer found footage; it just becomes a movie
Because it blurs the whole fucking point.
because it blurs the line.
And there is a reason for it. Because when the actual review happens, the big one, as to why the fuck he even allows them to do that part.
Yeah.
And this is the one part I didn't guess. Literally the one part.
I kind of started guessing it at one point
I guessed at the moment that the girl was supposed to say that he was trying to kill because she was a virgin, said that she wasn't a virgin. At that point, it just fucking clicked. But up until that point,
they
it didn't
open
make
the
any
door
sense.
and she's riding him rodeo style, and she's like,
This is like
flipping her shirt in the air.
It's like the most genius decision. He wants you because you're a virgin, so let's fuck. It was like, I'm not a virgin. At that point, they're like,
Oh
okay, now I see.
no, Taylor, no.
I haven't been a virgin since I was 16. At that point, I was like, oh, so that's why.
Yeah.
Good one. Good one movie.
Good one movie. Yeah, but there's where was I? What was he talking about? Excuse me. What was he up to? Anyway, yeah, there's bits where it blurs the line and becomes a movie where it's shot properly with cranes, with proper lighting and all that. And that kind of makes you forget that you're watching a found footage film until it flips back. And until the end, you kind of feel like everybody's in on it, but nobody actually is, which even gets even more confused. But the only person that's actually in on it the whole time is Leslie himself. And
Yep.
like he's talking about, they say like, but how do slashers keep getting back up and stuff? And then he talks about how they've all been to like yoga people. We go to yoga and we practice how to slow our BPM, our heart down to like 4 beats per minute and all that. And you're kind of scratching your head going, okay. Right.
Excuse me? So,
What?
excuse me? What? Yeah, and then, it was like, hey, we do also Pilates. Uh-huh.
And then I've taught myself some Houdini shit so I can escape. It's like, oh, okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I remember because I remember watching The Cabin in the Woods for the first time. I was like, this is a shittier version of this movie. What the fuck isn't anyone talking about this movie? Thing is, people used to talk about it, and you can see why, because it's genuinely better in every fucking aspect. But at the same time, it's like, because it's half found footage, because the whole point is
Because
to
it's
make
half
the
found
documentary.
footage, half film. Yeah.
Yeah, and people did not like, because people were like, it's found footage, it's bad. Like someone I fucking know. And it was like,
Who would that be? Sounds like a really cool guy.
it sounds like a fucking nobot.
Oh.
A nonce and a half.
What a fucking nonce. Oh shit, I dropped my thing again. Sorry, I'm playing with something here, so stops me from fidgeting.
And, and the cast was fucking amazing. I
Yes.
mean, Nathan Bezos as Leslie Vernon. I don't know what this guy doesn't get enough roles, but apparently he's good at editing.
He's a comedian.
Is he? Because he's doing a lot of fucking editorials. Like most of his fucking IMDb page is him doing editorials for TV series.
Yeah.
It's so weird. But the guy made a fucking amazing role. He was funny. He was good.
No, he's a really good actor, to be fair, and he manages to play off the psychopath, like the likable psychopath.
Yeah, I don't think that anyone else could have put this as well as this specific cast line together. Robert Englund,
Robert Englund just grabbing that scenery by the balls and just chewing it and going up to the my favorite bit in the whole thing when he goes up to them in the diner and he's like, "What are you people doing here? Expect to see more of me." And he does like he does the theater turnaround where he's like the super dramatic, like, "Oh yes, I'm turning around now." And then he turns back, looks at him and goes, "Go away." And he just walks away and like, "Come back, please come back."
I mean, that whole scene was also fucking Loomis.
Yes, yeah.
It's just like, I mean, every.
Do you even know who he is? Did you know that he impersonates this person? Did you know that I used to be his guidance counselor? I'm like, all right, calm down.
Yeah, and it's like, and every time there's like every was a word for it. a popular slasher movie that made a mark is somewhere inside that movie. It's like you can see the fucking. I remember first time watching it, I saw the Hellraiser cube on the table
Yep.
in the
The
Eugene's house.
knife on the knife on the
Oh,
table is Michael Myers' knife because it's just
oh,
humongous.
the day that you walk on Elm Street
Yep.
1428, I was like, oh, you're not passing
Yep.
this one
Yep.
between me, you motherfuckers.
One of the funniest bits in the whole film as well is every time Scott Wilson talks about the slashers, he just talks to them by their first name, but it's
Because
not
he knows.
even the full first name. He's like, guys like Mike and Jay and Freddie, they're all pretty cool guys. I'm like, yes, thank you.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
And another good bit is before the night of the killings, he's like applying makeup. And the girl's like, what's with the makeup? He goes, actually, it's not makeup. This is actually whatever solution of. One, it makes you look pale. Two, it makes the mask fit better. Three, there's a anti-burning tech in here, which stops my face from burning. And it also helps me control my breathing. And I'm like, why is this so well thought out? why is this man so well prepared? And then you realize it's like a dive into it flips the genre, and it's like, oh, he's not just a mindless psychopath. No, he's actually super methodical, and he's planned this. Like he's like 20 steps ahead of everyone. And like
Kinda.
at the end of the film, where like our main characters intervene, and they're like, oh, we have to save these people. He like changes the plan straight away because he's no, he doesn't change the plan. Because he
Because the
already
plan
had
was
the
always
plan
the
in his
same
head.
thing.
Yeah, but
and he was just acting, and everything was a fucking marionette, and you're like, motherfucker, you're a goddamn
he
genius.
tells them one plan, and then
Well, and acting a third one.
while acting like, oh yeah, this is the plan, this is how it's gonna happen, and they do like a little dramatization while that's going on, and it shows it like a proper film. And at one point he goes, wait, stop right there, and the whole footage just stops. And he's like, you're forgetting something. Oh yes, the psychologist. And the whole film rewinds, and then he just stabs him. Okay, we can carry on now. But there's again, it's meta as fuck, which I really enjoyed. It's funny. I think funny is the best way you can describe this film, because from like frame one, the moment she stops talking all dramatic, and the camera just fumbles and starts zooming out awkwardly and go, did I do it right? Was it not too? I'm like, okay, I see what movie this is gonna be. I completely understand straight away. But obviously, the last 20 minutes or so are a proper film. They're not found footage anymore. But
Yeah, because the plan is enacted. Now you see the fucking
the
consequences.
three
That's
main
why it's a good.
characters are aware of what's going on, though. So they're kind of part of the meta, but they don't realize that the plan has been different the whole time, and they were accounted for into the plan. But before that, obviously, he shows them that they go, oh no, we can't do this. We have to do this because it's not part of the plan. But eventually, they still carry on doing the plan regardless. Because they're like, at one point, it feels like they just forget, which you would expect to happen in a slasher film. Even though they were aware of it, which I think is a really cool twist, they still go, oh, okay, I see. Oh, he's doing this. We shouldn't be doing this. Oh, excuse me, I burped again. We should be doing that. And they still fumble up and fuck up because they don't realize what's going on. And it's funny, but it's also pretty smart in the way they've executed it. And obviously the twist that Taylor, the main journalist girl, was his initial target from the very get-go.
Because she was a virgin.
Yes, but the funniest thing is, she realizes it. Is it Todd or...
No, I think it was Sean who goes with
it's Doug and Todd, the two camera guys.
No, yeah, sorry. The other one was Shane. Shane was the boyfriend of Kelly.
Yeah. No, but
Yeah,
the funniest
so-
fucking thing, they're in the barn, and she's laughing.
Todd and Kelly all work together. I think it was. He's like, oh, I know how to solve this because he thinks that you're a virgin, and so if you're a virgin, he wants a virgin. So if he has sex, he has lose interest. And she looks at him, it's like, I'm not a virgin. I had sex like when I was 16 for the first time. At that point, like I said, it just fucking starts clicking.
Yeah.
And he goes like this, and like, she's not a virgin. What do you mean? Who else is a virgin here? And everybody just stands at fucking Taylor. It's just like, duh. It's like, everybody's like, but fuck.
Even the two teens that are with them, teens in quotation marks that are with them in the bar, they kind of look at her and they go, "It's
Just
you." He's
Yeah,
after you. He's been after you this whole time. And the slug goes, what's going to happen to me? And she goes, oh, you don't want to know?
I bet you fine, you fine.
And then obviously the whole foreshadowing before that with the cider maker, with the apple crusher, where Leslie goes, somebody's gonna get hurt here, and it's him in the end that ends up getting crushed.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not exactly the most subtle ones,
No,
but
it's not.
but he,
But there's
but he also escapes it, which is the funniest thing ever.
yes somehow, and the whole play where he goes, she will grab my salacious cock and she will worship my penis before she eventually worships herself. And we get to that where Taylor goes for it, but then instead of grabbing his dick because she knows he wants it, she grabs the scythe and stabs him with it. It's a pretty cool. Again, she
I
wasn't aware
mean,
of the meta beforehand, but she's aware of the meta now. It's both aware and not aware, if you know what I mean, which is
I
good.
it's like when you compare it to the more contemporary like Cabin in the Woods, you see the problems where Cabin in the Woods has and how it fucking falls flat halfway through it, and how it makes less sense than it used to, because it's the whole fucking manipulation which makes no sense on so many levels because they never actually do shit with it, and how they somehow escape this highly fucking thought out what's the word for it, fallout thing, and how when
Yeah,
they walk into the uh basement, whatever they fucking touch, it's already is the monster that they're gonna get. Which means that if they go back and touch something else, do they get more monsters or not?
yeah. It doesn't make full
Eh,
sense. Also, Cabin in the Woods kind of falls apart by the end with the whole apocalyptic thing.
no, that's
I
fine.
feel no. I feel like the movie kind of loses touch at that point because it's like, can we not just stay with the goofy fucking Cabin in the Woods film sacrifice thing instead of going, oh, apocalypse, oh, main characters or this and that?
I think it would have made more sense if they by any chance they actually went and did a sequel to it, which goes and expands on the fucking lore and universe, because they tried that one, because all of it is fucking useless, because you have this fucking monster bank, monster zoo of things,
Yeah,
and you only see them like once or
you
twice
see
at best.
that big group shot of them. Yeah,
And they kill like one, two people each, and then it's always a fucking off frame while everybody else is running. It makes no fucking sense. It's like, why would you bother showing all of this when you could just kept this a secret? And why the fuck would they go down there when could just? I mean, it's the fucking point of this movie. It's not a commentary on slasher movies. It's not a commentary on horror movies. It's just a kind of
it
funny
feels like
meta
that.
movie.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. They had a good idea, but then at one point they went, "Wait, what are we doing? We need to do something else."
It's like every deconstruction they tried to do in the horror genre was done better at this point, because Psycho 1,
Hmm.
sorry, not Psycho 1, Scream 1 did it better. Fucking this movie did it better. So probably if you will look into it, 10 more movies are gonna pop out that do this shit better. I mean, it's kind of funny that it's like, we're gonna release a gas that's gonna instantly make them drop their fucking knife. And it's like, what kind of fucking gas? Is this the nerve gas? What the fuck would we only do the left one? What the fuck is this gas that makes them separate suddenly? You just can you can
There's
you?
a lot that
Oh
didn't
no,
make
sorry,
wasn't
it's not.
explained properly.
Sorry, it wasn't the gas that made them drop the knife. It was a electrical shock that makes them fucking drop the knife instinctively, but it makes no sense because they'd fucking feel it. I just why? You could have made a because the way that this movie works, it actually goes and explains it a little bit better. I mean, it makes more sense
Yeah,
even
because
in
you
the
spend a
context
lot
of,
of time with the characters before
yeah.
the final cathartic bit. So
I mean,
there's a lot of
he actually goes through and explains why this is going to work and how he's positioning every piece on the board so it makes it work. Every one of it. He's like with the door closing from behind and everything else. It
yeah,
just
but
makes
it also
sense.
doesn't tell the main pieces that he's after what's
Yeah,
going on,
and
so they can fuck with him afterwards.
this was just basically a fucking director who's sitting behind people, just like, yeah, do this and do that, we do this because it's fucking horror-ish and people are gonna get afraid because we need them to be afraid because the fucking ritual is not going to work. Why? At least Leslie Vernon got off on it. Most of
Yeah,
them. There's an actual reason for it, but this one is like, you go for fucking
Leslie
gods
Version,
when
who at that point has completely kind of lost his mind.
I
He's
just
it turns out he's been like that the whole time, but he's been acting up in
yeah
front of him, which is also a really cool detail.
yeah. So next week, what found footage movie do you want me to watch?
I went through a library of found footage films,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't sure what to give you
Mm-hmm.
because I'm pretty sure you've seen them all.
Maybe
I'm
not.
going to go with one that's got good reviews. And I'm going to assume is good, even though I have not seen it myself, so I'm going to see it as well.
That's the funniest part of it. Which movie?
Creep 2014.
Oh, I know this one. It's actually really good. Yeah, I was planning on giving it to you at some point.
Isn't it a remake of the original Creep?
The 2004 version? No,
No, there's like a 1960
not exactly. Creep.
something?
No,
Or
it's
is
a
that
two.
the Voyeur? The 1960 something.
Yeah, you mean Creep the 2004 version because there's a 2014 version
I'm
for
talking about
Carpenter.
the 2014 one that you're gonna watch.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's also good.
That's all. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
got
remember.
80 something percent on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. It's actually pretty good.
Okay, so that's what you have for next week. Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Yes.
still kind of ill. I'm kind of finally getting over it, but that's about it. So is that it? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. It's basically done.
How are we doing? Like last couple episodes, it's just been like quickies.
Well, because there's nothing much going
Yeah,
on,
there ain't much
especially in
to rant
coastal news.
about. Yeah.
It's like when someone goes like something major news about the fucking franchise or shit, probably gonna go for it.
Yeah,
But you know,
it's quiet before the
I
Oscar
mean,
season.
also you forget that the Blizzard situation is still going on.
Oh god, yeah, that shit.
Yeah. Also, did you know that Zelda Rubinstein
Yes.
was voicing Darkwing Duck's mother, Nega Duck, also
What,
Nega
really?
Duck's mother?
I didn't know
Yes.
that. That's actually kind of cool. All right. Well, are we sending us into the night?
Yes. Night night,
Into the
motherfucker.
night, I gotta get to work tomorrow, so been
Work
off.
is overrated. Kappa.
Alright,
Wow.
so I'm gonna play the intro again, and I guess we'll see you all next week on the Voices from Behind podcast.
Yes, we will.
Find us on all the usual places. All the links will be in the description. So if you got anything to add, sir.
Not really.
Okay, so we will see you all next week on the Voices from Behind podcast. Intro is playing.